Hey guys, what's up? So today, working on the Toyota Tacoma. We got a p0171. I pretty much checked everything. Checked the fuel pressure regulator, vacuum leaks, cleaned the air intake, mass airflow sensor was all replaced, O2 sensor was replaced, and now we are moving on to the fuel pump. This is a Denso. I bought this from AutoZone. It's about $120. Amazon is a little bit cheaper, about $80 to $90. But go with the Denso brand for a Toyota. And however, that code keeps coming up. And I do have intermittent long start after driving, letting it sit for about 15 minutes, then go ahead and restarting again. It takes a while to start up. Just gonna release some of the pressure by removing the cap. Yeah, so this is one of those p0171 fuel system lean, both banks. It's a kind of tricky code to diagnose if you all ever messed with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and change the pump. This truck is just shy, maybe about 12,000 miles shy of 400,000 miles. So I figure go ahead, just replace the pump. That way I won't get stuck. So go ahead, first things first, you can remove the bed. Me, I don't really like to do that. I just drop the tank. It's easier for me to drop the tank. And, you know, sometimes it's easier when there's a lot of gas in the tank. So either have it a lot of gas, it's heavy, but it's doable, but heavy or light where there's barely anything. So right now I kind of got it at a quarter tank. But when you got it like halfway, and it starts sloshing around, that's when you'll go crazy on you. But if you got a transmission jack or whatever, then not so bad. But I'm just using a floor jack. I'm not going to jack up the car. It's fairly straightforward. But again, like I said, release some of the pressure this way and remove this. That way we can get to some of the hoses. But yep. Get back to you guys. Yeah, so you can either pull this back, you can kind of disassemble it from there, or I don't know if you guys can see, but see that bracket, you can just unbolt that and just slide this. This is just kind of floating in there, and this will just come out. Just gotta kind of guide your way while you're dropping the tank. So that's the way I'm gonna go, easier for me that way. I don't gotta deal with the hoses. But this is the option, take this off just so you get some access to it. And then from the underneath side, again, we got the bracket right here. So you can either remove it from here, 10, and then we got the skid plate. And then everything else is B on the top. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going. Okay, so if yours has a skid plate, remove the skid plates, 4 12mm bolts. These are 2 right here and 2 in the front. The center one is what holds it up for the front, and then the rear, we have a little clip that takes out some pins, pivots, and then same with the top 2 as well. And then that just swings out of the way. So gonna go ahead and get that already moved, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the jack underneath. That way I can remove the tank. Okay, and then right now the tank is kind of loose. It's just supporting on the jack. Kind of get it towards the middle as close as you can. Next, you want to remove the lines. It's the fuel line, the feed. It's not a push to connect or push lock type of connector. So this appears to be, I think, a 12 or 14 and maybe a 19. Just loosen that, take out this line here, and this is the return. So this is the vent, return, and the feed. I think the 2-wheel drive trucks, this is a V6 4-wheel drive, so that's how this style is. There's also another connector here, so you may want to shoot some penetrating oil here to get that loose. Of course, since this is YouTube, we're gonna pre-loose it already prior to filming to make life a lot easier. And well, at least that's what I think. So and there might be some pressure in the tank. So another way is you let the truck run. So get a rag under here. Let the truck run. Turn off the fuel pump. You can get that. It's a 20 amp fuse under the hood. But I usually don't do that. Just let it run out. So yeah, just let it run out like this. Oh, well, I gotta go get a rag. But after that, the tank is ready to drop. Whew. Okay, in about like, so roughly took me about 20 minutes to drop the tank. Would have been a little bit easier. Got some little snags here and there. Forgot, I had a hard time taking off the connector. The connector is comes in from the bottom. Top was just so much dust in the connector. I couldn't press the tab. But the tank is down, so yeah, the tank is down. So now we're gonna move the tank underneath and get it going. It did help with the tank being light, just because I couldn't maneuver the few filler holes, but we got it going. So now's a good time to inspect some of these hoses. These hoses are not too bad, easy to change. This one, I did have a little slight kink right here. It's not leaking, but just be careful on that part. But yeah, so I think these are 8mm. Yep, these are 8. So just do yourself a favor, don't even bother trying to go to Phillips. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So overall, dropping the tank is not so bad. Just be careful, just be mindful of the lines. And an electrical connector, and you should be fine. So there's a gasket on here, so I'm just loosening it all first evenly. I don't even know where I am right now, but yeah, you get the idea. Just loosen it all nice, evenly, and should be good. Good to go. So I'm gonna put the camera down. I don't have my tripod right now. I have no idea where it's at, so just bear with me, guys. And we'll go ahead and take it out and look at the new pump and install it. Okay, got all the screws out. Just let it drain. This is also the fuel sending unit, that wire closest to the camera. So just let it drain. But this is the fuel pump setup. So, oh, you know what? I actually do remember replacing this pump. Yeah. So it is a CarQuest. Yeah, I actually do remember it now. Well, I was getting some sputtering issues, and that ended up being the spark plugs. So, and then not long after replacing this pump, I figured I did start to incorporate that. Well, not incorporate, but I did start to have that symptom of long crank. So everything seems to be okay. The gasket still's good under there, but yeah. So let's go ahead and start looking at the new one. So I kind of put the tank back, realizing I wasn't even recording. I totally forgot. However, I did replace the hose. That hose on there is a little bit long, but I just, so basically the two lines are just practically touching each other. I did change the clamps. Basically, there's just a little clip, and then you can take out the filter and put it back on, and then the rubber insulator that goes on the tank. And then it's real simple, pretty straightforward. I mean, you look at it, you'll be able to tell. But yeah, so probably now would be a good time to clean the tank. However, I'm not gonna do that. I'll save that for another time. Do inspect all around some of the areas and stuff. I got a lot of hunting, so this truck is very dirty. But yeah, so go ahead, same thing. We'll go ahead and install it, put it back in, and let's go from there. So these, you don't want to over tighten these, just kind of snug it down evenly. You kind of know when enough is enough. Obviously, if you make it too tight, you're gonna strip those threads. But yep, so go ahead, just get this on. Okay, got done changing it. It rained a little bit on me, but we'll see if it starts. So far starts. Go ahead and let's take it for a ride, but at least there's no leaks. It's rain on me, so it's not wet. Don't smell anything. But yep, I'd say we call it good. I'll be back with you guys if I do get a check engine light, which I probably will, knowing my luck, but we'll see.